First to you. I'm just skipping the first paragraph of this entire complaint copy, but the second is worse, where this lady says, and I quote, the flight staff were in the meanwhile also having discussions with the offender, who was sobering up by this time, and they came and told me that he wanted to apologize to me. He wanted to apologize. I stated clearly that I did not want to interact with him or see his face, and all that I wanted was for him to be arrested on arrival. She makes it absolutely clear she wants this man to be arrested. She says, however, the crew brought the offender before me against my wishes. We were made to sit opposite each other, sir, in the crew seats. I was stunned when he started crying, profusely apologizing to me, begging me not to lodge a complaint against him because he's a family man, did not want his wife and children to be affected. I want to know who gave the right to the captain, to the crew, to even do this. Isn't that adding insult to injury? Vikram Singh, sir.
And distinguished ladies, thank you very much for allowing me to air my views. I'm absolutely shocked at the callous attitude of the captain and the crew members. We cannot allow such loose cannons to go about and unleash themselves on senior citizens, ladies, children like that. You heard Bharati also. It is not, we need to expose them, name them and shame them. And the captain should have known the basic law 354, one of the IPC states that this amounts to almost outraging the modesty of the lady. And to that extent, he can be jailed and imprisoned, and also a fine should be levied. He should have been handcuffed there on the seat itself and shamed there on the, just to effect a compromise. And the pervert says that he's sorry and the matter, no, it doesn't. The trauma and the anguish and the agony of the senior citizen is there for a lifetime, Deepthi. It is not going to go away. And the least that the society and anybody can do is to ensure that the rule of law applies on this pervert. And that is registration of a criminal case against him, which I'm sure the police may have done by now. Hunt him down. If you don't get him by evening, he cannot go underground. I can assure you of that. When the police come on their own, give out his photographs, announce a reward of 1 lakh on him on his arrest. And I strongly recommend that his photographs be flashed right across so that people know that he's a pervert, and anybody who sees him does not touch him with a barge pole. That is the distance. Such perverts need to be kept at length. Not flying for 30 days, this is hardly anything. He should have been debarred from flying for the rest of his life. Of course, that rule do not permit us to do that. But the fact of the matter is, in the light manner in which the Air India organization has taken it, perhaps to save their own image and their goodwill, perhaps it will serve the purpose. If the pervert is put behind bars, it will add to the already studded cap another feather on their cap. But they must have a zero tolerance when it comes to the dignity of a lady, and that to a senior citizen. There can be no compromises. And I must compliment you and your channel for taking up this case.
Absolutely, sir. And I again second that sentiment, and we promise that we will do that. And do remember, viewers, on the bottom of your screens, you're continuously looking at numbers flashing. We are taking your calls live. You can also WhatsApp your video messages. Also go to republicworld.com and put in your thoughts. And I also do see Ashok Pandit, who's joined us on the broadcast. And Ashok, I'm just going to come back to you on the other side of this quick break. Ashok also has some very, very strong views on the entire story. It's a big Republic campaign. Use the hashtag Arrest the Airborne. Creep, viewers. Keep your calls coming, keep your messages coming, make your voice heard, because we cannot let this creep walk away. Brinda Adige, Vikram Singh sir, and I'm requesting all our colleagues to continue to stay with us. We are back on the other side of this very quick break.
This is Alisha Ajanar reporting from Mumbai, and this is Republic.
First of all, for past 2 months, there have been various issues which has been popping up in Tamil Nadu. That is from BJP only. Okay. And sincerely, I would like to only question in which way Annamalai has supported any woman. In which way he has supported. Be it, there was a audio leak with Daisy Charan and Trichy Surya. He actually made a compromise and he actually suspended the person, Trichy Surya. But it just vanished away. The problem, he did not accept his resignation. Basically, he's a habitual offender, Trichy Surya. And he's not only done that to one person. He's done it to Alish Abdullah, which also came in the same month. Yes. And then she has also openly came out to the press and told that, the person is spoken very badly. And he's apparently very close aide of Annamalai. Okay. Now, today, he's saying that I will not accept his resignation. And in which way is he voicing out for women? Where he has actually openly spoken about me in front of 150 people, speaking about Dubai in a very absurd way, in abusive way, inducing a very wrong idea about a woman, especially me. And then now, he doesn't even have an answer to come out. He doesn't have an answer. Recently, I just saw a interview where press meet, he's saying that let Gayatri Raghuram put more allegation on me, so I will become famous, popular, so people will talk about me. So is he using me as for his popular agenda? So women are so he cannot answer a women's question for the abusive comment he had made, but he wants to keep me as a agenda to make this issue as a popular. And how absurd is that? Which leader would come say something like that?
And a quick check of the other top stories we're tracking for you this morning. In the Delhi hit and run case, 5 accused are to be produced in Rohini court. Earlier, the court on January 2nd had granted
20 कंपनियां जो हैं वो राजौरी पहुंचना शुरू हो गई हैं। ये पहली टुकड़ी है जो यहां पर पहुंची और आज बाकी कंपनियां भी जो हैं वो तत्काल प्रभाव से जम्मू पहुंच जाएंगी। अब से चंद मिनट बाद सीआरपीएफ की जो अतिरिक्त कंपनियां हैं वो राजौरी के राजौरी, डांगरी और उसके साथ साथ कंडी इलाके में पहुंचेगी, जहां पर सुरक्षा बलों की तरफ से एक व्यापक जो है आतंक विरोधी अभियान चलाया जाना है। हथियारों से लैस सीआरपीएफ के जवान जो हैं वो इन गाड़ियों में तैनात है और उसके साथ साथ काउंटर इंसर्जेंसी ऑपरेशंस में इस्तेमाल होने वाले हथियार जो हैं वो सीआरपीएफ की टीम्स लेकर यहाँ राजौरी पहुँच रही हैं। आप देखिए कि काफ़िले जो हैं उनको छोटा छोटा रखा गया है, यानी किसी भी तरह की विपत्ति से निपटने के लिए इन काफ़िलों को डिज़ाइन किया गया है ताकि कोई भी लंबा काफ़िला जो है वो सीआरपीएफ का यहाँ पर ना हो। उसी के लिए यहाँ पे पूरी तरह से तैयारियाँ कर ली गई हैं और अब सीआरपीएफ की टीम्स यहाँ से सीधा जो हैं वो राजौरी जाएंगी, कंडी जाएंगी। और सरजीवन कुमार के साथ गुरसिमरन सिंह, रिपब्लिक मीडिया नेटवर्क। आई एम गुरसिमरन सिंह इन जम्मू एंड दिस इज रिपब्लिक।
First of all, for past 2 months, there have been various issues which has been popping up in Tamil Nadu. That is from BJP only. Okay. And sincerely, I would like to only question in which way Annamalai has supported any woman. In which way he has supported. Be it, there was a audio leak with Daisy Charan and Trichy Surya. He actually made a compromise and he actually suspended the person, Trichy Surya. But it just vanished away. The problem, he did not accept his resignation. Basically, he's a habitual offender, Trichy Surya. And he's not only done that to one person, he's done it to Alish Abdullah, which also came in the same month. Yes. And then she has also openly came out to the press and told that, the person is spoken very badly. And he's apparently very close aide of Annamalai. Okay. Now, today, he's saying that I will not accept his resignation. And in which way is he voicing out for women? Where he has actually openly spoken about me in front of 150 people, speaking about Dubai in a very absurd way, in abusive way, inducing a very wrong idea about a woman, especially me. And then now, he doesn't even have an answer to come out. He doesn't have an answer. Recently, I just saw a interview where press meet, he's saying that let Gayatri Raghuram put more allegation on me, so I will become famous, popular, so people will talk about me. So is he using me as for his popular agenda? So women are so he cannot answer a women's question for the abusive comment he had made, but he wants to keep me as a agenda to make this issue as a popular. And how absurd is that? Which leader would come say something like that?
And a quick check of the other top stories we're tracking for you this morning. In the Delhi hit and run case, 5 accused are to be produced in Rohini court. Earlier, the court on January 2nd had granted 3-day police custody to all the accused.
This is Samiksha Srivastava reporting from Mumbai, and this is Republic.
And this is the breaking news coming in right now. Even as, remember, Republic continues to put out the details of the absolute horror that was meted out to a senior citizen in an Air India flight in the month of November. This is one more such case now being reported. In fact, another mid-air peeing incident. You had a drunk man. This was on a Paris-Delhi flight, again said to be Air India. He urinates on a woman's blanket. Now, I'm just quickly reading the initial details that we have. It says 10 days after the shocking November 26 incident on a New York-Delhi Air India flight, it is another episode of a drunk male passenger, allegedly, who urinates on a female passenger's blanket. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is reported on the Paris-Delhi sector flight, but there was no penal action. Again, there was no penal action after he gave a written apology, is what sources indicate. To be specific, the incident reported on December the 6th. This is the Air India flight 142. The pilot, in fact, here reported the matter to the ATC, following which the passenger was apprehended. But what really happened thereafter, we do not know. These are still initial details that are coming in. Now, this male passenger apparently is apprehended by the CISF as soon as he deboards the plane, but he was later allowed to leave after the two passengers have a mutual compromise and the accused tenders a quote-unquote written apology. Now, the Delhi police, though now has registered an FIR in the case based on a complaint by the victim to Air India. They've formed several teams, but I think if you look very, very closely, you will see the pattern is similar. It's again Air India, and again there is some kind of a peace deal that is brokered between the two. The accused decides to hand out an apology and he's allowed to walk out free. So there is no penal action. All that the report indicates is a written apology comes in. We still have a panel of guests joining us, and again I reiterate, on the bottom of your screens very shortly you will see the numbers that you can call us on. Through this evening, this is the biggest story that Republic is tracking for you. Harsha has been able to track more details of this story that we just broke, and we'll get her live on our screens, Harsha. So there is, another story, and this time again, it's an Air India, case that is being reported, Harsha. And is it just a coincidence that the passenger again is given a written apology, no penal action? Harsha.
Dipti, this is another very shocking incident which has come from the national capital, because it was in the mid-air when the Paris-New Delhi Air India flight. This is another incident in Air India flight only, when we are getting to know that the accused just peed on the blanket of the fellow passenger. Which class they were exactly traveling in, it was not known, but we have got to know that the flight has landed 9:40 a.m. today only. It has been reported. The accused have given a written apology, after which the case was not registered. Air India again didn't take any cognizance of this entire matter, and the complaint itself from the complainant has come to this police station from where I am reporting right now, because all the details, because how the now police is going to act on this entire incident, because this is the second incident from Air India Airlines, the mid-air incidences which we are seeing right now. The media attention has not gotten over from the urinating incident of Air India India JFK New Delhi flight. Now today we are getting to know this is a Paris flight. The passengers were traveling, and this passengers also seemed to be drunk. We are getting to know that he was a drunk passenger. He had consumed lot of alcohol. After what, he peed on the blanket of a fellow passenger. Now this entire details have come in. Now how police is going to take action and FIR is going to be registered in this matter or not, will come to know in a short span of time, because right now we are here and the complaint has been registered, will be registered in this police station itself. Back to you, Dipti.
Okay. All right, Harsha, thank you so much. And do stay put there and keep getting us more insight into any reaction, if at all, that comes in from the police, whether they are able to do anything on the case. I again say good evening to Vikram Singh, sir, Brinda Arige, and also Ashok Pandit. And thank you for your patience, Brinda and both gentlemen. Ashok, to you now. I mean, I don't know how to describe this incident. When we first saw the report, it was unbelievable. You had to read it twice to believe the entire sequence of events, Ashok. And the very fact that Air India tries to broker a deal between the two, say, let's hush up the matter. The lady says, please arrest this man upon arrival. Why did something like this even happen in the first place, Ashok?
You see, Biti, first of all, I would like to compliment you and your channel that you have taken up this issue. And I'm sure with your pressure, this pervert will be arrested. The basic thought of this entire scenario, when this would have happened, imagine the trauma which this lady would have undergone. And what happens on the flight? These, the crew tries to compromise between both of them, and as if the two kids were fighting on a playground, and the parents come and they say sorry to other, and they go again and play. The trauma, I wish those crew members and the people sitting in the aircraft also, the reaction should have been feeling that this lady can be tomorrow in a different flight, can be a wife, can be a mother, can be a sister. So the entire crew, the entire flight should have taken up this matter suo moto, as if their family member was sitting there. How can you even imagine? To be very honest, if you would have not brought it to the fore, the people, I would have not believed this incident, because this is not possible. A sane man, somebody who's driving the business class. You see, that entire genre, the entire facade which has been created, the rich, famous and educated people, they travel by business class. A man who travels by business class, a rich guy, abuses a woman. This is an abuse. This is worse than a rape. This is worse than a mental rape. Mental rape is a rape.
Absolutely assault. It is assault, Ashok.
How did the airline allow this man to go out of the aircraft? Why was the local police, the CISF, the security agencies not called on board and got him arrested? Why does a news channel have to, get proactive and see to it that such criminals, such rapists, such people are not in action against? And that's why you see so many rapes happening on the streets of Delhi and in this country at large. Because the respect towards women has to come out in people's mind. How did the only question which comes into my mind, if I would have been there, I would have slapped him and I would have caught him by the collar and seen to it that this man cannot leave the aircraft till the time the police doesn't come on board and takes him in jail. And thus the legal things follows. The entire thought of him going scot-free is troubling me as a person, as a human being. It's really troubling me. Yes. If this is the way, and if this is the level where our people have landed to, then I think God save this country. I'm sure every woman is unsafe, and especially in the aircraft where you cannot do anything about it because you're high up in the air. You're not on ground. So you are taking advantage of a situation where, and then you have tortured this lady. The crew has tortured this lady by making her sit on a seat which she's not supposed to sit. This man shouldn't be made to sit there. Instead of this lady...
They said, Ashok, they said it is sanitized. You can go back and sit there. I mean, it is such an absolute horror, Ashok, reading through every word of this complaint copy. And Ashok, I think you make a fantastic point when you say, are we normalizing such incidents? Before I come to Vikram Singh, sir, Brinda, why don't you opine on this? And I'll again tell our viewers on the bottom of your screens continuously, you'll be looking at our numbers where you can reach us, send us your thoughts, your views, your feedback. Arrest the airborne creep is the hashtag. Brinda, have we normalized such a behavior? Today, can the captain, the crew, and on top of it, the airline, in spite of being aware of absolutely everything happening, in spite of the lady saying in as many words, I want this man arrested. This man is not arrested. Instead, they try to broker peace between the two. An out-of-court settlement, like what many, Brinda would say. And we've seen that happening. Whether these are assault cases, rape cases, they said, "Aapas mein baatcheet kar lo, isko suljha lo." What right does Air India have to do this?
You're absolutely right. For eons, for centuries, as a patriarchal society, as a society that does not give respect to women, that equates women coming out, speaking about any form of sexual abuse, any form of assault, as blaming and maligning the woman, the pilot, the crew, and including the police also have continued with the same behavior, saying, "Arey, these things happen. You can excuse him. He was drunk. This should not be blown out of proportion." That is exactly the attitude that was presented by the airline crew. I'm not sure what kind of training they have got, but they must realize that there is a perpetrator and the victim has complained. The perpetrator cannot be anywhere close to the victim, no matter what. Including the courts, we are very clear that the perpetrator cannot be there. Then how can the airline crew do something like this? It is sheer arrogance. The arrogance that they will compromise and that they have, given her a pittance of waiving off some part of the seat airfare, and so she must feel grateful about it. This attitude of misogyny, sexism, chauvinism, because the pilot exactly showed all of it when he did not allow her to be sent to the first class seat. To say that let us just manage somewhere else, it has been sanitized, these things happen. What would have this man lost if she could have been put into the first class seat and at least given some comfort, some dignity, and said, "Don't worry, we'll take over this matter, we'll see that something will be sorted out." He went on to treat her even further in this disrespectful manner. So he too must be pulled up and the same sections be filed on him, like the creep, the co-passenger who behaved in this manner, assaulting her.
I think all those points are well taken. But, Dr. Vikram Singh, sir, before I go back to Ashok and take our callers who are also, calling us, I want to know who would crack the whip. Every time you have an incident, there is so much of outrage, there's so much of anger. People call in, people say this is not acceptable, but nothing changes. Why is that, Vikram Singh, sir? Because this, letter, this complaint that this lady has put out is a clear testimony, not just to what Ashok and Brinda have said. There is another disturbing point. She writes, the crew did not show good judgment about how much alcohol to serve a passenger. Now, this passenger, mind you, is inebriated. So we do not know whether even rules were followed. How much alcohol was even served to this man. He's said to be in his, late 30s, early 40s. We do not know where he is right now. And to beat everything, Vikram Singh, sir, Air India does not even put out his name. They do not want to name and shame this creep. I wonder why. Why do they want to hide his identity?
Deepti, I would say words of profound wisdom from esteemed Brindaji. And I can say nothing shocks and surprises us any longer. And if this is not shocked us, I don't know what will shock us any longer. And she has made a very good legal point that the crew members are willing accessories to this horrible episode, and they should be booked under 120B of the IPC as a willing conspirators or willing accessories to the crime, because they were passive, and a win-win situation for the crew members and the accused Shekhar Mishra. Shekhar Mishra, of course, and why it is not because Shekhar Mishra perhaps is in a position to manipulate the investigation until now. If he has not been able to, the police has not been able to get them, I would strongly recommend that his photographs be plastered everywhere and the outrage nation and those people who are calling you, expressing their indignation, anguish, and agony, goes to show what the victim must have gone through, because this damage to her psychosomatic makeup is there for a lifetime. It is not going to go away. But the least we can do, the least that the nation and the police can do, is to ensure the prompt arrest of Shekhar Mishra, see to it that he gets the rap, and then he is back. The pilot and the captain, what they did not do, there is a provision for handcuffing such passengers, unruly passengers, on the seat. I wish they had done that. They could have complained to the police so that immediately on landing, he could have been handed over to the police there at the airport and summarily sent to the police station and thereafter to the jail if further interrogation was not required. Under these circumstances, I feel they have failed multiple times, and I would recommend to Air India to withdraw their integrity certificates for this year, because they seem to be siding with the accused and not with the victim.
And why today, Brinda, Ashok and Vikram Singh, sir, as we head into a break, this is one question I just want to ask, because this is a question I've been asking myself. Why? I mean, what's the interest of Air India? Why should Air India not set an example by acting on a case as horrendous as this? An incident happens, they decide to cover up, they tell the lady to go back and sit on the same seat. When she says, I want this man to be arrested upon arrival, what they do, Brinda and all gentlemen, is that they say, listen, why don't you both talk? He wants to apologize to you and be done with it. Is this something we are ready to accept? Is this something that is being normalized now? Do airlines like Air India who charge hefty fees for you to be sitting on a business seat, can they be allowed to get away with it? I think these are all important questions. And on the other side of this quick break, Brinda, Ashok Pandit and Vikram Singh, sir, we'll carry forward this discussion. And also we'll take our callers live who are calling us into our newsrooms. The numbers continuously flashing on the bottom of your screens. Arrest the airborne creep. That is a hashtag, a big Republic campaign. Do not go anywhere.
I am Suesha Sawant reporting from New Delhi. This is Republic.
First of all, for past 2 months, there have been various issues which has been popping up in Tamil Nadu. That is from BJP only. Okay. And sincerely, I would like to only question in which way Annamalai has supported any woman. In which way he has supported. Be it, there was a audio leak with Daisy Charan and Trichy Surya. He actually made a compromise and he actually suspended the person, Trichy Surya. But it just vanished away. The problem, he did not accept his resignation. Basically, he's a habitual offender, Trichy Surya. And he's not only done that to one person, he's done it to Alish Abdullah, which also came in the same month. Yes. And then she has also openly came out to the press and told that, the person is spoken very badly. And he's apparently very close aide of Annamalai. Okay. Now, today, he's saying that I will not accept his resignation. And in which way is he voicing out for women? Where he has actually openly spoken about me in front of 150 people, speaking about Dubai in a very absurd way, in abusive way, inducing a very wrong idea about a woman, especially me. And then now, he doesn't even have an answer to come out. He doesn't have an answer. Recently, I just saw a interview where press meet, he's saying that let Gayatri Raghuram put more allegation on me, so I will become famous, popular, so people will talk about me. So is he using me as for his popular agenda? So women are, so he cannot answer a women's question for the abusive comment he had made, but he wants to keep me as a agenda to make this issue as a popular. And how absurd is that? Which leader would come say something like that?
And a quick check of the other top stories we're tracking for you this morning. In the Delhi hit and run case, 5 accused are to be produced in Rohini court. Earlier, the court on January 2nd had granted 3-day police custody to all the accused. Delhi police personnel, including those from the PCR unit, will be questioned as part of the inquiry in the Delhi hit and run case.
This is Abhishek Kapoor reporting from New Delhi, and this is Republic.
Let's break more details on this creep. Remember, Republic tracking that man, that creep very, very closely. Our colleague Harsha tells us that the accused in this case, his name is Shekhar Mishra, is all of 35. He works for an MNC which is headquartered in New York. The MNC has branch offices in Delhi and in Mumbai. But where is this man today? No one knows. Now, he was on a trip paid by the company is what we are learning. And according to sources, very privy to the entire sequence of events, they say that he apologized to the passenger after landing and he says he's ashamed of himself. So, Harsha, the airline can allow him to get away. Now, though the Air India crew, the pilots have been asked to appear today before the investigative agencies, Harsha, but what possibly will happen, or will they tell the agencies investigating that, listen, they've already brokered peace, they've already settled the entire matter, we've refunded the ticket fare to the victim, so consider this closed. What possibly will happen next, Harsha?
See, Deepti, what we understand from all these news which we have gathered through our sources, the exclusive information, that Air India is trying hard to suppress this entire information. The female passenger suffered, and what happened with her after she was given a crew seat, not even the seat in the first class. Then she was compensated. The ticket, her ticket, entire business class ticket, were compensated. Now the Air India is again and again saying that the passenger asked us not to rescind this entire thing. Therefore, we didn't take much of the action. Now DGCA is already inquiring about it, police is already inquiring about it, and the pilots are coming up. Pilots will be called here for the interrogation, for the investigation. They will be asked for the entire what happened in the airlines, why the perpetrator was asked to walk free, how could he scot free, and no action was taken mid-air, or the airline crew didn't complain to the Air India management. All these questions will be asked by the police to the crew members and the pilots who are gathering. We are gathering that the pilots could not come here today for the interrogation, but the crew members surely will come. They have been asked for the interrogation and to entirely support and cooperate with the entire investigation that police will be doing, Deepti. Yes.
All right, Harsha, I think it's tremendous amount of work that you've done to actually get us details about this creep, because he has to be named and shamed. But we also have to ensure, Harsha, this man is penalized. This man faces the law for the absolute horrendous behavior he displayed. And no amount of apology, remember, we'll cut ice here. We'll track that story. That's a Republic campaign. Harsha, I thank you. And I'm just requesting Dr. Vikram Singh Sir, Brinda and Ashok Pandit, who continue to stay with us on the other side. A non-stop live coverage of this big Republic campaign. And we say, arrest the airborne creep. Do not go anywhere. Other side, we are back with lots.
I am Suesha Sawant reporting from New Delhi. This is Republic.
First of all, for past 2 months, there have been various issues which has been popping up in Tamil Nadu. That is from BJP only. Okay. And sincerely, I would like to only question in which way Annamalai has supported any woman. In which way he has supported? Be it there was a audio leak with Daisy Charan and Trichy Surya. He actually made a compromise and he actually suspended the person, Trichy Surya. But it just vanished away. The problem, he did not accept his resignation. Basically, he's a habitual offender, Trichy Surya. And he's not only done that to one person, he's done it to Alish Abdullah, which also came in the same month. Yes. And then she has also openly came out to the press and told that, the person is spoken very badly. And he's apparently very close aide of Annamalai. Okay. Now, today, he's saying that I will not accept his resignation. And in which way is he voicing out for women? Where he has actually openly spoken about me in front of 150 people, speaking about Dubai in a very absurd way, in abusive way, inducing a very wrong idea about a woman, especially me. And then like now, he doesn't even have an answer to come out. He doesn't have an answer. Recently, I just saw a interview where press meet, he's saying that let Gayatri Raghuram put more allegation on me, so I will become famous, popular, so people will talk about me. So is he using me as for his popular agenda? So
This is Abhishek Kapoor reporting from New Delhi, and this is Republic.
Welcome back. You're watching Republic, and this is a non-stop, continuous coverage and a big Republic campaign, Arrest the Airborne Creep. I quickly want to take in a word with Ashok Pandit, who, remember, has been voicing his concerns on this like a citizen. And, you know, Ashok, a lot of people who've been calling us today have their own horror stories. But they also say that something like this is unbelievable. They are not ready to believe that something like this actually happened. And I'm stunned at the behavior of the captain and the crew, Ashok.
You see, such incidences basically, create a kind of insecurity in the minds of people, especially the women. I just want to, ask. I was asking myself, and you have a senior police officer on this panel. Why not till now the agencies or the investigating agencies or the police or the CISF not issued a lookout notice for this guy? Because before he goes back to his from where he has come, then everything goes waste. I think on an emergency level, a lookout notice should be issued again so that he doesn't travel back. And I also feel that why the staff, the crew, is not being suspended till now, because the kind of damage they have done, the kind of irresponsibility they have shown, they should be suspended immediately, especially when the entire country is talking against them. So these are the basics. I think airline should go ahead and do it immediately, so that something, a psychological support this respected lady might feel. She might feel more secure. Yes, the system has started working. The system has started reacting. Otherwise only debates, talks, criticize. Then the story goes off, and then we forget about such incidences. Such incidences have happened in the past also. But this time, the way this man has behaved, this pervert has behaved, I think there should be an end to this kind of behavior with people in the in the air or any kind of airlines. Airlines have to come out openly now and see to it without bothering getting a bad name to that airline. You were asking in your previous that why is airline silent? Why is airline trying to hush the matter? The fear of this airline organization is that we'll get a bad name and people will not in our travel by our aircraft because we have created a bad name.
But what's happening right now, Ashok, is worse. What's happening right now is worse, because this exposes that Air India was wanting to cover up the entire case. They absolutely did not want the story to come out. But, as you've seen all our campaigns, Republic will continue asking those questions, Ashok. I quickly need to head into a break right now. But on the other side, I'm just coming back to you, and a lot more callers who are calling us live. Do not go anywhere. This is the big Republic campaign on the other side of this quick break.
I'm Shravan Sen reporting from New Delhi, and this is Republic TV.
First of all, for past 2 months, there have been various issues which has been popping up in Tamil Nadu. That is from BJP only. Okay. And sincerely, I would like to only question in which way Annamalai has supported any woman. In which way he has supported. Be it, there was a audio leak with Daisy Charan and Trichy Surya. He actually made a compromise and he actually suspended the person, Trichy Surya. But it just vanished away. The problem, he did not accept his resignation. Basically, he's a habitual offender, Trichy Surya. And he's not only done that to one person, he's done it to Alish Abdullah, which also came in the same month. Yes. And then she has also openly came out to the press and told that, the person is spoken very badly. And he is apparently very close aide of Annamalai. Now, today, he's saying that I will not accept his resignation. And in which way is he voicing out for women? Where he has actually openly spoken about me in front of 150 people.
Viewers, top headlines right now is the massive Republic campaign impact. Civil Aviation takes note, seeks report from Air India. National demand for the arrest of the drunk man who urinated on an elderly woman in Air India flight. After Republic campaigns from DGCA to Delhi police, all in action. Congress leader targets Yogi, says ditch saffron if he wants investment for Uttar Pradesh. Delhi police reveal accused without license was driving the killer car. Hunt is on to nab 2 more accused. CCTV evidence shows how accused inspected the killer car and then went ahead and he left in an auto. Proves accused were aware of the hit and run. Supreme Court now puts an interim stay on High Court's Haldwani eviction order till February 7th. Viewers, we are continuing a rolling coverage and Republic's campaign right now on what happened on that Air India flight from New York to Delhi. And we can tell you, viewers, after our reportage, we got a reply. In fact, we saw that the Civil Aviation Ministry replied and they're asking for a probe. They're asking for details. The crew of the flight was issued summons immediately after the FIR was registered. The crew and the pilots have been asked to appear today. We're getting some more details and we're also the only channel, viewers, let's tell you that, to get all the details, to access the complaint copy first. We can tell you that the big news coming in, viewers, back-to-back updates. The crew of the flight was issued summons immediately after the FIR was registered. The crew and pilots have been asked to appear today. The pilots have communicated to the police that they are currently in Mumbai. So we're the only channel with the full details of what happened, that incident which transpired on the Air India flight. And we are also the only channel which has the complaint copy. And we are also on this story. We have exposed all the details to you, viewers. And we are on this campaign where we are telling you all the details about what really happened. And after the debate with Arnab right now, we also saw that the Delhi police has acted. After we showed you the complaint copy, minutes after that, Civil Aviation has asked for a probe on the matter. So right now, the latest update coming in is that Air India crew and the pilots have been asked to appear today. The crew and pilots will be asked to appear, and the pilots have communicated to the police that they are currently in Mumbai. So we are seeing that summons have been issued after the FIR was registered, and this is the big update we're getting for you right now. Remember that the Air India case accused, Shekhar Mishra, the businessman's name is Shekhar Mishra, 35 years of age. Shekhar Mishra is that man who urinated on an elderly 70-year-old woman. After the woman said that this incident transpired, all her pleas had fallen to deaf ears. She asked that the man should be arrested. That also fell into deaf ears, viewers. That means that there was no action taken. Let's go to Sandeep now. Sandeep is joining us live. Sandeep, take us through exactly what's happening right now. We're seeing that there are multiple updates coming in, especially after Republic's non-stop non-stop coverage and reportage, back-to-back rolling coverage. We're seeing more details coming in. Sandeep, take us through exactly what's happening.
As the details that we have got in regards of Mishra, the accused in this case, he is working in an MNC, multinational company, and this trip was in fact paid by the company wherein he was working. Apart from that, Mishra in fact apologized the lady on the same day when this incident happened. And in fact, as far as the details are concerned, the Air India General Manager A.N. Kulkarni visited the IGI Airport Police Station on December 28, and he filed a complaint on December 28, and it was only a 5-line complaint registered by Kulkarni on behalf of Air India. And after this complaint, the police came into action and in fact registered several statements till now, and Delhi police also contacted the victim, who told the police that she had already given the complaint to Air India, the incident on the day of the incident took place. So these are some of the important pointers right now that we have got to know. That apart from that, the pilot of the flight has informed that the person accused in this case is a resident of Mumbai. And as far as the investigation is concerned, Shivangi, the police, Delhi police, is in fact looking out for Mishra, the accused in this case, across the country. Remember, we also tried, the address that we got, we also tried visiting that place as well. But at that point of time, we were not able to, in fact, get in touch with Mishra. Ultimately, there was someone else residing at the address that we had got. Apart from that, Mishra is also hiding out from police in order to avoid the investigation and in order to avoid the arrest, as he is fearing arrest as well in this case. But yes, Delhi police is looking after, looking out for Mishra, and in fact, it will be very much crucial to see by when Delhi police will be able to nab him.
Sandeep, stay on with us and keep getting us those updates. Let's go to Harsha, who's joining us live as well. Harsha, a very good evening to you. You're getting us top updates right now. And like Sandeep was telling all our viewers, that this man, Shekhar Mishra, hashtag the Air India creep. And viewers, by the way, you can tweet to us using that hashtag. Harsha, we have got some details about him, that he was on a trip which was paid by the company. And he also profusely apologized to the passenger after landing, and he said he was ashamed of himself. And Air India thought that the matter is over without even listening to what the lady had to say.
Now we are getting to know that the entire thing, that the passenger, when he came into senses, when his entire alcohol got down, when the flight was when the flight came to the runway, it was exactly the time. And now we are seeing the Air India crew is right here. Sir, aap log okay, you are from Air Asia. So we are telling you, Shivangi, that the crew also has to come to the police station for recording their incident in the entire matter. Right now we are told that these are not the Air India, these are the Air Asia of Asia crew. But you are expecting that any time soon Air India crew member will come here to record their statement, because they have been asked to come here and record their statement and tell the entire incident, what happened inside the plane. But we are getting some major details that this passenger, this accused, this unruly passenger, Shekhar Mishra, is absconding. He has ran away from his residence in Mumbai, where he actually resides. He was on an office travel to New York. He went and he was coming back to Delhi, because the office is exactly in New York, Mumbai and Delhi. He went for his office work. He was coming back. He performed this ghastly and this nasty incident took place in the airline, where he exposed himself, flashed his private part and urinated on the fellow passenger. And he was not sorry till the moment when the flight landed, he came into his senses, and we are getting to know that with his folded hands, he was apologizing to the 70-year-old female. But he was made scot-free by the airline's official. The pilots, the cabin crew, the senior captain, the first pilot, none of them stopped him and took him to the police station, which is nearby to T3 airport. We are at T3. The T3 airport is right next to us. It's just 1 kilometer, and this is the IGI police station. The Air India crew members, the pilots, didn't thought of that they have to take this accused to the police station and lodge a complaint. After 1 month, General Manager Legal of Air India, A.N. Kulkarni, on 28th of December comes to this police station and lodged complaint on this entire incident. Till 1 month they were shut. They kept their mouths shut. They were still trying to suppress this entire information by Air India keeping mum on this entire issue. They are not talking. They are not coming on camera, off camera, no press conferences. Even we are being told that Air India has told DGCA that the victim didn't wanted this entire issue to get attention. Therefore, she didn't come and file a complaint herself. It was Air India on which behalf the entire complaint has been registered. We also tried talking to A.N. Kulkarni, who himself came on 28 December 12 o'clock to lodge a complaint here at the police station. He did speak to us. On a phone, he directly stated, "I will not talk to you. I am not allowed to talk. I am not supposed to talk. The corporate communication will directly talk to you. I am not authorized to talk on this entire issue." Now they are not speaking. They are keeping mum because they know it was their fault. The mid-air incident is really shocking, which is coming in from past many months. We have continuously seen, and this is the exactly police station from where I am reporting, because DCP Ravi Kumar Singh is investigating in this entire issue. On Wednesday, FIR has been formally registered in this entire case. The team of Delhi police has left to nab the accused who has ran away, who is absconding, and now his all phone is switched off. His location is being traced, and Delhi police is very confident that sooner they will arrest the accused and will take him along from that location to Delhi and will produce him in a court and then investigate and interrogate him exactly why he did that. Is he mentally unstable? What was the reason? Was alcohol so much high that he forgot that there is a female passenger and he couldn't do such thing in the airline? So all these things are to be investigated. We are just waiting that when Delhi police exactly nabs the accused who is on a run, going to different states and just out of Maharashtra. This is what we have got to know. Shivangi, back to you.
All right, Harsha, thank you for getting us all the details. Viewers, you can also tweet to us. Hashtag arrest airborne creep is a hashtag. You can tweet to us. Tell us what you have faced when you have traveled on any flight, whether it be India or abroad. Thank you, Harsha. Thank you, Sandeep, for getting us all the details. Let's move ahead to see what other stories we're tracking right now. After staging a protest against the release of the movie Pathan in Ahmedabad, Bajrang Dal workers were confronted. They said that the protest should be taken as a warning by the team of Pathan. They further said that they will continue to protest in this manner till the movie is banned or edited.
कॉस्ट्यूम है जो वो भगवा रंग का है और बेशरम रंग बताया गया है। और
क्या भगवा रंग आपका पूरा है, आपका ट्रेडमार्क है उसके ऊपर? क्या रिलीजन का ट्रेडमार्क है उसके ऊपर? क्या उसको यूज नहीं किया जा सकता?
बिल्कुल, भगवा रंग जो है हिंदुत्व के साथ जुड़ा हुआ है, आदि अनादि काल से जुड़ा हुआ है और भगवा रंग हिंदुत्व का प्रतीक है।
Days after a terror attack in Dangri in Jammu and Kashmir's Rajouri district, police have launched a special camp to repair weapons of village defense guards to inspect 3 rifles, and those are provided to them so that other similar attacks can be thwarted. Meanwhile, additional companies of CRPF have started arriving in Rajouri. This comes a day after the MHA ordered the deployment of 20 companies of CRPF in Rajouri and Pooch districts of Jammu to intensify the counter-terror operations post killings of 6 people in the twin terror attacks in Dhangri. Union Home Minister has arrived in Agartala to flag off 2 Rath Yatras in Tripura, where assembly polls are due this year. Addressing at the public rally there, Shah said that the centre has ended terrorism in Tripura through peace talks with the NLFT.
आज अर्थतंत्र पर ड्रग की परछाई नहीं है। यही कारण है कि हमारे ब्रू भाई आज जंगलों की वादियों में सुख चैन के साथ रह रहे हैं। यही कारण है एनएलएफटी वाले सारे लोगों ने अपने हथियार डाल दिए हैं और जनजाति समुदाय भी त्रिपुरा के विकास के अंदर लग गया है।
BJP leader Sushil Modi has made a scathing attack on Bihar CM Nitish Kumar, who has begun his Samadhan Yatra from west area of Champaran that will cover 18 districts of the state. Now, Sushil Modi has said that Nitish Kumar is scared of voters.
अच्छा बैठक है पदाधिकारियों के साथ, इसको यात्रा देने का तो कोई तुक ही नहीं था। आप प्लेन से या गाड़ी से जाकर भी आप समीक्षा बैठक कर रहे हैं, वो कर सकते हैं।
PDP chief Mehbooba Mufti has once again insulted Indian Army. Mufti has said that Indian government is using forces to control Jammu and Kashmir.
जम्मू कश्मीर के मसले के लिए यहाँ जो फौज ने काम करना था वो कर चुकी है। अब जो बीजेपी फौज के कंधे पे, सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस के कंधे पे रख के बंदूक चलाना चाहती, इससे कुछ हासिल नहीं होगा। अगर मसलों का हल मिलिट्री के ज़रिए होता तो जो चाइना ने 20-22 फौजी हमारे जो है उनको शहीद कर दिया, 2000 स्क्वायर किलोमीटर ज़मीन पे हमारे कब्ज़ा किया, वहाँ तो डायलॉग चल रहा है, वहाँ तो रिकन्सिलेशन की बात चल रही है।
All India Democratic Women's Association's women's wing of CPIM used Pakistan former Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto's photo as an icon for the upcoming national conference. 11 COVID-19 Omicron subvariants have been found in international passengers between 24th December 3rd Jan during the testing at international airport and seaports. A total of 19,000 samples were tested out, of which 124 international travellers were found positive and were isolated.
First of all, for past 2 months, there have been various issues which has been popping up in Tamil Nadu. That is from BJP only. Okay. And sincerely, I would like to only question in which way Annamalai has supported any woman. In which way he has supported. Be it, there was a audio leak with Daisy Charan and Trichy Surya. He actually made a compromise and he actually suspended the person, Trichy Surya. But it just vanished away. The problem, he did not accept his resignation. Basically, he's a habitual offender, Trichy Surya. And he's not only done that to one person, he's done it to Alisha Abdullah, which also came in the same month. Yes. And then she has also openly came out to the press and told that, the person is spoken very badly. And he's apparently very close aide of Annamalai. Okay. Now, today, he's saying that I will not accept his resignation. And in which way is he voicing out for women? Where he has actually openly spoken about me in front of 150 people, speaking about Dubai in a very absurd way, in abusive way, inducing a very wrong idea about a woman, especially me. And then now, he doesn't even have an answer to come out. He doesn't have an answer. Recently, I just saw a interview where press meet, he's saying that let Gayatri Raghuram put more allegation on me so I will become famous, popular, so people will talk about me. So is he using me as for his popular agenda? So women are so he cannot answer a women's question for the abusive comment he had made, but he wants to keep me as a agenda to make this issue as a popular. And how absurd is that? Which leader would come say something like that?
And viewers, let's get you top updates in the Delhi hit and run case. We're getting sensational updates and twists and turns continue. In the new footage we have access, accused can be seen getting out of the car, inspecting it, and then fleeing in an auto. It's a crucial evidence that shows that the accused were well aware that Anjali was under their car. In another update in this case, police has revealed that there are not 5 but 7 accused in the case, and the court has sent all 5 accused in 4-day remand. Police meanwhile also went to Nidhi's house to interrogate her for the second straight day. Now the details I just told you are all the details and what has transpired today, viewers. And the footage you can see very clearly on your screen. Now this is a very crucial and latest CCTV footage on your screen. In the new footage you can see that how the accused can be seen coming out of the car. Now you can see they're coming out of the car. Now they are going ahead checking under what's happening from the sideways of the vehicle as well. They're checking what's happening from sideways. After they step out of the car, one person was already standing where the car stopped, was seen sitting in front of the car, and then they left the scene thereafter. Now, according to the CCTV visuals at the spot where the car stopped, the 4 people were already standing just before the car left the spot. One of them was seen sitting in front of the car. We're also getting many reactions coming in. The Delhi police has given some crucial statements and crucial points in the story that they have investigated so far. Let's play out what the Delhi police is saying.
हमारी 18 टीम्स इसमें काम कर रही हैं और मल्टीपल जो टीम्स हैं वो सभी पहलुओं पर काम कर रही हैं और इसमें हम अभी तक क्राइम सीन को अच्छे से विजिट कर चुके हैं और पोस्टमार्टम एग्जामिनेशन हो चुका है और 5 एक्यूज्ड हमारी कस्टडी में हैं। उनका कस्टडी के दौरान इंटरोगेशन हो रहा है। उनका जो वर्जन है उसको कोराबरेट और कॉन्ट्राडिक्ट किया जा रहा है। उनके इंफॉर्मेशन के आधार पर नई जो क्लूज डेवलप हो रहे हैं उनको वेरीफाई किया जा रहा है और इसमें हमें अब तक जो सफलता मिली है उसमें ये है कि जो एक्यूज्ड हैं उनका जो वर्जन था उसमें कुछ हम कंट्राडिक्शन ला पाए हैं और सीसीटीवी फुटेज के आधार पर और जो सीडीआर के आधार पर हमें ये पता लगा है कि इसमें 2 लोग और इन्वॉल्व थे और उनके लिए पुलिस अभी रेड कर रही है। इन्वेस्टिगेशन अभी जारी है।
Viewers, let's go to Tanisha. Tanisha is joining us live right now. Tanisha, a very good evening to you, and you have been tracking the story the entire day. Just give our viewers exactly what's happening right now, the latest update coming in.
Well, Shivangi, the latest update we have coming in is that police has managed to seek 4 days of remand again. Remember, they had sought 5 days of remand in the court. However, the magistrate has given them only 4 days, and this is because they wanted to interrogate the accused further. Because remember, as the police was saying, there are few contradictions that has come out in the versions of the accused. They also said in the court, the police has said in the court that it is a long route of about 13 to 14 kilometers, and all the 5 accused have to be confronted with each other as well, and hence in this regard more police custody had been demanded by the cops, and as a result 4 days is what has been granted to the cops. Shivangi.
All right, Tanisha, thank you for getting us all the details. And viewers, on that note, we'll take a very short break. We continue to be live and breaking, getting you every update on India's #1 news channel, Republic TV. Coming up on the other side, Congress leader targets Yogi, says ditch saffron if he wants investment for Uttar Pradesh. And national demand for the arrest of the drunk man who urinated on an elderly woman in Air India flight. Stay tuned, viewers.
Airborne pervert, controversy gets bigger. Why did Air India go slow on pervert? Is there an attempt to protect in-flight pervert? Arnab debates at 9 p.m.
First of all, for past 2 months, there have been various issues which has been popping up in Tamil Nadu. That is from BJP only. Okay. And sincerely, I would like to only question in which way Annamalai has supported any woman. In which way he has supported. Be it there was a audio leak with Daisy Charan and Trichy Surya. He actually made a compromise and he actually suspended the person, Trichy Surya. But it just vanished away. The problem, he did not accept his resignation. Basically, he's a habitual offender, Trichy Surya. And he's not only done that to one person, he's done it to Alish Abdullah, which also came in the same month. Yes. And then she has also openly came out to the press and told that, the person is spoken very badly. And he's apparently very close aide of Annamalai. Okay. Now, today, he's saying that I will not accept his resignation. And in which way is he voicing out for women? Where he has actually openly spoken about me in front of 150 people, speaking about Dubai in a very absurd way, in abusive way, inducing a very wrong idea about a woman, especially me. And then now, he doesn't even have an answer to come out. He doesn't have an answer. Recently, I just saw a interview where press meet, he's saying that let Gayatri Raghuram put more allegation on me, so I will become famous, popular, so people will talk about me. So is he using me as for his popular agenda? So women are so he cannot answer a women's question for the abusive comment he had made, but he wants to keep me as a agenda to make this issue as a popular. And how absurd is that? Which leader would come say something like that?
And a quick check of the other top stories we're tracking for you this morning. In the Delhi hit and run case, 5 accused are to be produced in Rohini court. Earlier, the court on January 2nd had granted 3-day police custody to all the accused. Delhi police personnel, including those from the PCR unit, will be questioned as part of the inquiry in the Delhi hit and run case. The inquiry will be looking into all standard operations.
Good evening, viewers. You're watching Republic TV, India's #1 news channel. I'm Shivangi Shukla. A Congress leader has insulted UP CM Yogi Adityanath while he's in Mumbai trying to get investors for his state, Uttar Pradesh. We'll get to you all the details, but first the headlines we're tracking right now. It's a massive Republic campaign impact. Civil Aviation takes a Note 6 report from Air India. National demand for the arrest of the drunk man who urinated on an elderly woman in Air India flight. Massive momentum after Republic campaigns from DGCA to Delhi police all in action. Congress leader targets Yogi, says ditch saffron if he wants investment for Uttar Pradesh. Delhi police reveal accused without license was driving the killer car. Hunt is on to nab 2 more accused. CCTV evidence shows how accused inspects the killer car and flees in an auto. proves accused were aware of the hit and run. Supreme Court puts an interim stay on High Court's Haldwani eviction order till February 7th. Viewers, let's go straight to the top story tracking right now. Congress leader and former MP Hussain Dalwai quoted a political controversy as he targeted UP Chief Minister Saffron outfit. Dalwai said the UP CM should wear modern clothes instead of his saffron outfit. That's right, viewers. That is what has come in. Now let's take our viewers through exactly what that Congress leader has said. He has said, rather than taking business from another state, I will say to Yogi Adityanath G that start your business in your own state. And for that, rather than speaking on religious issues, rather than roaming in saffron clothes, be more modern, have modern thoughts. Then the businesses will come there. Well, that's a statement I just read out, which has been said and by Congress Maharashtra leader Hussain Dalwai. The BJP has hit back at the Congress, and the BJP leader Ram Kadam has said that his Congress leader's statement not an insult to the saints who wear saffron. What has happened to the Congress party and its leaders? Now, let's go ahead, viewers, and listen in to those reactions and what has come in, not just from the Congress leader, but also the reactions coming in on this political controversy.
ते उद्योग उचलून कुठेतरी नेण्याचा प्रयत्न करण्याऐवजी आदित्यनारायणला मी असं सांगेन, तुम्ही हे का नाही करत की तुम्ही तुमच्याकडे वेगळे उद्योग का नाही तयार करत, ते करा आणि त्यासाठी वातावरण तयार करा. त्यासाठी रोज काही धर्माच्या आणि ह्याच्या गोष्टी करण्याऐवजी आणि भगवे कपडे घालून फिरण्याऐवजी जरा मॉडर्न व्हा, आधुनिक व्हा. उद्योग हे आधुनिकतेचे असतात, ते आधुनिक विचार घ्या तर उद्योग येतील. मैं योगी आदित्यनाथ के नाम के ऊपर जो बयान दिया उसमें कोई भगवे रंग या केसरी रंग के खिलाफ बोला नहीं. मेरा कहना ऐसा है कि इंडस्ट्री ये आधुनिक बात है. आकाश में रेनबो देखेंगे तो उसमें 7 रंग है, उसमें भी भगवा रंग है. तो मैं भगवे रंग के खिलाफ नहीं. मेरा कहना ऐसा था कि अगर यूपी में या इस देश में इंडस्ट्री आनी है तो आधुनिक विचारों के जरिए आएगी. सब लोगों को साथ में लेके अमन पैदा करके समाज में एकता है ये दिखाएंगे तो ही लोग इन्वेस्ट करेंगे, तो ही बाहर के लोग आएंगे. आज आने के लिए हिचक रहे हैं, इसका कारण ये है. तो आदिनाथ जी ने ये विचार करना चाहिए कि खाली ड्रेस डाल के नहीं चलेगा, दिमाग भी आधुनिक होना जरूरी है.
And joining me on the phone line is Aishwarya Kapoor, our executive editor, politics, to help us understand what this comment really means. Aishwarya, just take us through exactly, why this story has stoked a big political controversy. It's a big insult coming in for the UP CM Yogi Adityanath. Just because he went to Maharashtra, he's in Mumbai right now asking for investments. He has been targeted on the kind of clothes he wears, especially saffron clothes. That's what the Congress leader is saying.
BJP leader or the UP Chief Minister, but in turn it shows the mindset of the Congress leadership and what the Congress party has become. For them, it is more important what a leader, yes, who is of the opposing party to them wears rather than his work. If the Congress would have been commenting on his decisions or his policies or the way of politics, it would still have been understandable. But not even people who have been supporting the Congress party for so long, Shivangi, will come out in support of such comments. How is that of anyone's concern? What is Yogi Adityanath wearing for all? Yogi Adityanath wears a simple pair of slippers and a saffron cloth. Or is the Congress party saying that you cannot be a leader in India if you're not making or if you're not wearing clothes worth lakhs or thousands like a few of their leaders are? So it just shows, on the contrary, the view and the mindset of what the Congress party has come down to. The shallowness within the Congress party, that they're more concerned of what Yogi Adityanath is wearing rather than, even as an opposition party, the Congress should be taking on the policies, if at all, or the decision making or the formula on which Yogi Adityanath is working, if at all, that is wrong. Not on his clothes, not on what he's wearing, not whether he's wearing branded clothes or not. not whether he's wearing those very snazzy shoes like few of their leaders or not, or he's just wearing a simple pair of black slippers. So the whole issue is that the Congress party, the shallowness and complete leaderlessness, the lack of leadership has brought Congress party to a level where the only thing they can look to target Yogi Adityanath, who's in Bombay, who's in Mumbai today, is what he's wearing. And that too, he's a yogi. He has been wearing it ever so long, for decades now, ever since he became a yogi. So to take on a leader just on what he's wearing is something which is going to come back. And as you said, an insult on Yogi. No, this is not an insult of Yogi. This is an insult of the people of Uttar Pradesh who have chosen Yogi Adityanath not once but twice. And the people have replied back to Congress party more than once. But they are just not ready to understand. They need to understand what issues to pick up and what not to. Can anyone explain of what gravitas is, or what is the importance of what Yogi Adityanath wears first? To the Congress party, it's not important. If you want to take on Yogi Adityanath, try to take on his policies, try to take on what decisions he has taken. On that, Congress is quiet because there is no direction. There is no leadership left. And it just shows the shallowness, once again I repeat, of what the Congress party has now come down to. Back to you, Shivangi, in the studio.
All right, thank you, Ashira Kapoor, our executive editor, Politics, for getting us all the details. So, viewers, we are getting you all the details on the story where the Congress leader Hussein Dalwai has stoked controversy by insulting the UP CM Yogi Adityanath, saying that the latter, that means Yogi Adityanath, should stop wearing saffron and be more modern. Be more modern, that is right. All right, many reactions coming in from the BJP as well. Ram Kadam and Shehzad Poonawala. Let's listen in.
Hussein Dalwai has made this statement attacking saffron color and the saffron clothes of Yogi Adityanath ji. He says saffron is not modern. This is the same Congress party which said Hindu terror, saffron terror, Hindutva is like ISIS, Gita ji mein jihad hai, Ram Mandir should be opposed, Shri Ram does not exist. This was their stand on affidavit. They opposed the Bhumi Pujan of Ram Mandir. Hindu is a dirty word is what they said. And now they are attacking saffron color. Saffron is a pratik, is a symbol of sacrifice. Saffron is part of our tricolor. Does the Congress party oppose that also? Today Rahul Gandhi must tell us, because he claims to be a Janyudhari Hindu, does he stand with these anti-Hindu comments of Hussein Dalwai, or will the Congress party take action on Hussein Dalwai and sack him?
कांग्रेस के नेता मुख्यमंत्री योगी जी से कह रहे हैं कि वे भगवे रंग के वस्त्र न पहने, मॉडर्न वस्त्र पहने। क्या यह बयान देश के साधु संतों का, भगवा पहनने वाले हमारे पूजनीय वंदनीय संतों का अपमान नहीं है? कांग्रेस दल और उनके नेताओं को क्या हो गया है? भगवे रंग से इन्हें क्या आपत्ति है? हिंदू धर्म के ध्वजा का रंग और केवल साधु संतों का पहराव का रंग नहीं है भगवा। भगवा रंग त्याग, बलिदान, समर्पण, ज्ञान, शुद्धता एवं अध्यात्म का परिचायक है।
Viewers, a Republic news break gets bigger and bigger on what happened on that flight, Air India flight, New York to Delhi, where a man, 35-year-old, had urinated on a 70-year-old elderly woman. The centre has taken note of Republic coverage and sought clarification from Air India. Republic continues the campaign for the passengers' right and has confronted Air India Legal General Manager A.N. Kulkarni, who has now registered the complaint with Delhi Police. That is right, viewers. Getting back-to-back updates, fresh updates coming in right now, viewers. Where we can tell you is that the centre has taken note of the Republic coverage and they've sought a clarification from Air India. Republic continues the campaign for the passengers' right and has confronted, I repeat, Republic has confronted Air India Legal General Manager, and this is that same person, A.N. Kulkarni, who had registered the complaint with the Delhi Police. We'll soon, of course, play that out for you, viewers, but right now we can also tell you is that the back-to-back updates coming in is that the passenger has been identified as Shekhar Mishra, a businessman hailing from Mumbai. And we've also got details about him, which says viewers that this person, Shekhar Mishra, the accused, was on a trip paid by the company. Now let's go ahead to Harsha. Harsha is there with us. Harsha, over to you. Harsha, over to you. You have in fact spoken. You have spoken with the Air India Legal General Manager A.N. Kulkarni. Let's play that out.
Yes, speaking.
Mr. Kulkarni, hi. This side Harsha from Republic TV. Sir, I would like to, just ask you few things. Sir, just one or more thing. But Kulkarni, sir, you visited IGI on December 28. Sir, but you filed a police complaint. Sir, why there was a 1 month delay, sir? We just wanted to ask this.
No. I am not answering any question. I am not authorized to do that. You can speak to our corporate communication.
Sir, when were you first made aware of the incident? When did you come to know about the incident, sir?
Corporate communication.
But you came to the police station to file a complaint.
All right, let's go to Harsha. Harsha is joining us live right now. We heard, and all our viewers heard that conversation you had with the Air India Legal General Manager, A.N. Kulkarni. Just tell our viewers exactly what he told you.
Exactly, Shivangi. This is A.N. Kulkarni, the General Manager, Legal Department of Air India. He is the only person who came from the side of Air India to file an official and getting lodged the complaint regarding this entire matter. We tried speaking to him, but he didn't respond to any of our questions. Since day one, since we have broke this news, we are continuously saying that Air India is trying to suppress this entire information because we have been trying them on camera, off camera, and we have been also asking them for a press conference. But this A.N. Kulkarni is the person who was sent by Air India to file a complaint, and that too after 1 month. This incident is of 27th of November, but he came on 28th of December. He physically came to the police station, which comes under the international terminal, this IGI police station. He came physically, he filed a complaint, the 5-line complaint which he got filed in this entire incident after 1 month. But asking him continuously, we were asking him, you were the person, you came to file a complaint. Please tell us about the entire incident. When did you were aware of this entire incident? But he was mum. He was just asking us again and again. He is not authorized to speak. He will not speak. We have...
Some breaking updates coming in. Viewers, right now, the government response to the Republic report. We're getting back-to-back updates. Big Republic impact in the Air India case. The government says action by Air India is not enough. And adding that for fact-finding, DGCA sought the details of the incident from Air India. On the basis of the reply of the airline, prima facie, it emerges the provisions related to handling of unruly passengers on board have not been complied with. The conduct of the concerned airline appears to be unprofessional and has led to a systematic failure. Prima facie, it lacks appreciation of regulatory obligations as described in the applicable aircraft rules of 1937. Now, this is the reply coming in right now. So, right now, viewers, we can say that the action taken by Air India is not enough. Remember, viewers, that 30 days was the time when the passenger was banned from flying. Just 30 days. Let's go to Harsha. Harsha, just take us through exactly what we are learning so far. A couple of things being said by the Civil Aviation Ministry and the government, which is cracking the whip essentially on Air India.
Exactly, Shivangi, we have got to know that now the Aviation Ministry, Civil Aviation Ministry has taken the cognizance of this entire matter after Republic is back-to-back breaking the serious updates and breaking this entire incident. Now, Jyotirada Scindia, we have already seen him very active on all this incident. So now the Aviation Ministry have taken the cognizance of this entire matter, and they have clearly stated that there are some provisions which have to be dealt with the unruly passenger like this, but the provisions were not compiled with. They didn't handle the system. There's a system systematic failure and this is the unprofessional attitude of the airlines. This is the lack of the rules, the aircraft rules of 1937, and there are some aircraft safety rules, the internal safety rules, operations rules, the emergency rules which has to be compiled with, but none of it was followed by the airlines. Now the Aviation Ministry is soon going to ask a report from the airlines, Air India. What we have got to know that now DGCA has already asked a fact-finding report on this entire matter. Now the Aviation Ministry has asked from the Air India, the airlines, the unprofessional attitude of the crew members, the pilot and the staff which were on the airlines on board when they were taking the passengers from JFK to New Delhi. Now they have said there's a systematic failure, there's an unprofessional attitude, and sooner a report from the airlines will be sought by the Aviation Ministry, which has to be submitted by the Air India sooner, because this is something which is very serious and couldn't be let go of. The accused couldn't be let go of very easily. Though we are getting to know that while at the landing time, the accused was again and again being sorry profusely. He was apologizing to the fellow female passenger. But this is not enough, because airlines didn't compile with their duty, the duty which they were supposed to, because there's an on-board incident. There are certain provisions which the airlines has to follow, but they didn't follow it. Therefore, now we are getting to know that Civil Aviation Ministry has come up with this entire thing, that they will take an action against the airlines on board, in which this entire incident of the unruly passenger urinating on a female passenger has come in light. Shivangi, back to you.
Alisha, I just want to go to Alisha right now. Thank you, Harsha. Alisha also has some details for us right now. Alisha, please tell our viewers what details you have.
Republic TV campaign, where Ministry of Civil Aviation has released a press note, and here is the press note from MOCA, where the incident on Air India flight AI-102 from New York to New Delhi, dated on 26th 2020, where it came to a notice of DGCA on 4th January 2023, wherein a male passenger conducted himself in a disorderly manner and relieved himself on a female passenger. For fact-finding, DGCA sought the details of the incident from Air India. On the basis of reply of the airline, prima facie it emerged that the provisions related to handling of an unruly passengers on board have not been complied with. The conduct of the concerned airline appears to be unprofessional and has led to a systematic failure. Prima facie, its lack appreciation of regulatory obligations as described in applicable aircraft rules in 1937, civil aviation requirements on handling on unruly passenger cabin, safety circular, Air India operations manual, Air India safety and emergency procedure manual, and Air India quick reference handbooks, and is devoid of empathy. In the view of this, DGCA has issued show cause notice to accountable manager of Air India, director in flight service of Air India, all the pilots and cabin crew members of that flight as to why enforcement action should not be taken against them for dereplication of their regulatory obligations. However, to meet the end of justice, they have been given 2 weeks time to submit their reply to DGCA, and based on that, further action will be taken. So this is a letter, a reply on the campaign that has been continuously going. This is the Republic major impact, where now Ministry of Civil Aviation has sent a notice to all the cabin crew, pilot and all the people who were present specifically on that board on the flight AI-102 flight, where the misconduct of a passenger, where we saw that Shekhar Mishra, a 70-year, where he urinated on a 70-year woman who was a co-passenger. And looking into the incident, and this incident which has came to a light, where the Delhi police has already registered an FIR, but now Ministry of Civil Aviation has also taken into the consideration, and all have been asked to send a reply on the same.
Right, Alisha, and I just want to go across to my colleague Deepthi as well, because Deepthi, right now we are seeing that serious action and accountability of what happened. The government making it very clear the behavior was unprofessional, and that's exactly what we have been raising here on Republic TV. After our reportage, we are seeing quick action coming in from the government, making sure that the probe is fair and justice is served.
Absolutely. And you know, Shivangi, Alisha, Harsha, to sum this story in one line, the DGCA has cracked the whip. The DGCA said in no uncertain terms, you know, Alisha, that what happened was unacceptable. There were no principles, no rules followed by the airline in question. And I wonder why. How can Air India continue to remain silent now in spite of the fact that you have such a detailed, you know, statement that's coming from the victim? And just for our viewers tuning into the broadcast, Alisha and Harsha, let's put out what has happened so far. What has the DGCA said? In fact, they indicate that they have sought the details of the incident from Air India and they've got a reply. And they say that on the basis of this reply of the airline, prima facie, as in on the first information received, it appears that provisions related to handling of an unruly passenger. This man was unruly. This man is a creep. This man is a pervert. And what did Air India do when you had such a passenger on board? They say they have not complied with the procedures that should have been followed. It says the conduct of the concerned airline. This is Air India. The conduct of Air India appears to be unprofessional. Look at the language that has been used. Extremely scathing indictment of Air India. This is what has come in so far. It says conduct of the concerned airline appears to be unprofessional, has led to a systemic failure. I think these are very, very harsh words, clearly indicative of the fact that something like this is absolutely not going to be tolerated. And it says it lacks appreciation of the regulatory obligations as described in the aircraft rules according to the civil aviation requirements on the handling of unruly passengers. Then it goes on to even say that this is devoid of empathy. So, you know, Shivangi, just at the first instance, like I said, why have so many people today been calling us? Our viewers have been saying that they are stunned, they are shocked with what they have seen, what they have heard. And I think this letter that I continue to hold in my hand of the passenger who's a senior citizen, I mean, every of this word that is written, Harsha, Alisha and Shivangi, is a clear testimony to the fact that Air India absolutely erred, and not just erred. They wanted to cover up the entire case, Shivangi. We do not know why. Is this man really powerful? Air India did not want this story to come out, but I think it's only and only after a relentless coverage ever since yesterday that you have seen the DGCA finally, Shivangi, cracking this whip.
Absolutely, Deepthi. And of course, as we continue tracking the story, the complaint copy that has been accessed by Republic TV, Deepthi, clearly says that she wanted that the man should be arrested. And very shockingly, Deepthi, to tell our viewers also about that, what the complaint copy says in detail, the man was not arrested. The man was not arrested. Deepthi, on that note, we're taking a very short break. We'll continue our rolling coverage on this story. And thank you so much, Alisha, Harsha as well for joining us. Stay with us, viewers, because much more is coming up on the other side. CCTV evidence shows how accused inspects the killer car and flees in an auto, proves the accused were aware of the hit and run. Plus, Supreme Court puts an interim stay on High Court's Haldwani eviction order till February 7th. Stay tuned. I'm Priyanka Sharma from Gujarat, and this is Republic.
First of all, for past 2 months, there have been various issues which has been popping up in Tamil Nadu. That is from BJP only. Okay. And sincerely, I would like to only question in which way Annamalai has supported any woman. In which way he has supported. Be it, there was a audio leak with Daisy Charan and Trichy Surya. He actually made a compromise and he actually suspended the person, Trichy Surya. But it just vanished away. The problem, he did not accept his resignation. Basically, he's a habitual offender, Trichy Surya. And he's not only done that to one person, he's done it to Alish Abdullah, which also came in the same month. Yes. And then that has also, she has also openly came out to the press and told that, you know, the person is spoken very badly. And he is apparently very close aide of Annamalai. Okay. Now, today, He's saying that I will not accept his resignation. And in which way is he voicing out for women? Where he has actually openly spoken about me in front of 150 people, speaking about Dubai in a very absurd way, in abusive way, inducing a very wrong idea about a woman, especially me. And then like now, he doesn't even have an answer to come out. He doesn't have an answer. Recently, I just saw a interview where press meet, he's saying that let Gayatri Raghuram put more allegation on me, so I will become famous, popular, so people will talk about me. So is he using me as for his popular agenda? So women are so he cannot answer a women's question for the abusive comment he had made, but he wants to keep me as a agenda to make this issue as a popular. And how absurd is that? Which leader would come say something like that?
And a quick check of the other top stories we're tracking for you this morning. In the Delhi hit and run case, 5 accused are to be produced in Rohini court. Earlier, the court on January 2nd had granted 3-day police custody to all the accused. Delhi police personnel, including those from the PCR unit, will be questioned as part of the inquiry in the Delhi hit and run case. The inquiry will be looking into all standard operations.
Here's top updates right now after staging protests against the release of the movie Pathan in Ahmedabad. Bajrang Dal workers were confronted. They said that the protest should be taken as a warning by the team of Pathan. They further said that they will continue to protest in this manner till the movie is banned or edited.
कॉस्ट्यूम है जो वो भगवा रंग का है और बेशरम रंग बताया गया है। और
क्या भगवा रंग आपका पूरा है, आपका ट्रेडमार्क है, उसके ऊपर क्या रिलीजन का ट्रेडमार्क है, उसके ऊपर क्या उसको यूज नहीं किया जा सकता?
बिल्कुल, भगवा रंग जो है हिंदुत्व के साथ जुड़ा हुआ है, आदि अनादि काल से जुड़ा हुआ है और भगवा रंग हिंदुत्व का प्रतीक है।
Days after terror attack in Dhangri in Jammu and Kashmir's Rajouri district, police have launched a special camp to repair weapons of village defense guards to inspect the 3 rifles that are provided to them so that other similar attackers can be thwarted. Meanwhile, additional companies of CRPF have started arriving in Rajouri. This comes a day after the MHA ordered deployment of 20 companies of CRPF in Rajouri and Pooch districts of Jammu to intensify the counter-terror operations post-killings of 6 people in the twin terror attacks in Rajouri district. Viewers, but we're coming up on the other side. It's a massive Republic campaign impact. Civil Aviation takes note, seeks report from Air India. Stay tuned.
First of all, for past 2 months, there have been various issues which has been popping up in Tamil Nadu. That is from BJP only. Okay. And sincerely, I would like to only question in which way Annamalai has supported any woman. In which way he has supported. Be it there was a audio leak with Daisy Charan and Trichy Surya. He actually made a compromise and he actually suspended the person, Trichy Surya. But it just vanished away. The problem, he did not accept his resignation. Basically, he's a habitual offender, Trichy Surya. And he's not only done that to one person, he's done it to Alish Abdullah, which also came in the same month. Yes. And then she has also openly came out to the press and told that, the person is spoken very badly. And he's apparently very close aide of Annamalai. Okay. Now, today, he's saying that I will not accept his resignation. And in which way is he voicing out for women? Where he has actually openly spoken about me in front of 150 people, speaking about Dubai in a very absurd way, in abusive way, inducing a very wrong idea about a woman, especially me. And then like now, he doesn't even have an answer to come out. He doesn't have an answer. Recently, I just saw a interview where press meet. He's saying that let Gayatri Raghuram put more allegation on me, so I will become famous, popular, so people will talk about me. So is he using me as for his popular agenda? So women are so he cannot answer a women's question for the abusive comment he had made, but he wants to keep me as a agenda to make this issue as a popular. And how absurd is that? Which leader would come say something like that?
And a quick check of the other top stories we're tracking for you this morning. In the Delhi hit and run case, 5 accused are to be produced in Rohini court. Earlier, the court on January 2nd had granted 3-day police custody to all the accused. Delhi police personnel, including those from the PCR unit, will be questioned as part of the inquiry in the Delhi hit and run case. The inquiry will be looking into all standard operating procedures and what not was followed by the police. Supreme Court will be hearing petitions challenging the Uttarakhand High Court's decision ordering the state authorities to remove encroachments from railway land in Haldwani's Banbhulpura area. Union Minister of Road Transport and Highways Nitin Gadkari is likely to inspect the work going on in the Bengaluru-Mysuru.
A very good evening. The show is called This Is Exclusive and I'm Deepthi Sachdeva. We will put our spotlight on a story and some videos that will expose Pakistan yet again. The same Pakistan that, remember, says it's a Naya Pakistan, a Pakistan that continues, remember, to be shamed by its very own. What's happening deep inside Pakistan? We'll deep dive into that story, and yes, it's a big Republic impact. Our campaign about that pervert, that creep, who's still a scot-free man who urinates on a co-passenger, but still no action. We'll get you details of all that and much more. First up, the headlines. It's a massive Republic campaign impact. Civil Aviation Ministry has pulled up Air India over the urination in the flight case. National demand for the arrest of the drunk man who urinated on an elderly woman in the Air India flight. Massive momentum after this big Republic campaign from the DGCA to the Delhi police, all have finally swung into action. Congress leader targets Yogi. He says, ditch saffron if you want investment for the state of Uttar Pradesh. Delhi police reveal the accused without license was driving the killer car. Hunt is now on to nab 2 more accused. Let's begin this edition of the news with a big Republic exclusive story. This is about Pakistan, about Gilgit-Baltistan to be precise. Now this, remember, is the area where you've seen massive protests that have broken out for the last many days. This clearly is a story and images that make Pakistan very uncomfortable. Pakistan does not want to talk about this, but what you will see now are pro-India slogans that have been raised during these protests. Before we actually get you live coverage and the perspective, first up, listen in to what the protesters have said, and then we carry forward the entire coverage.
पार जोड़ दो, करगिल रोड खोल दो, आर पार जोड़ दो, करगिल रोड खोल दो, आर पार जोड़ दो, करगिल रोड खोल दो। हम नहीं मानते जुल्म के ज़ाबिते, हम नहीं मानते जुल्म, आर पार जोड़ दो, करगिल रोड खोल दो, आर पार जोड़ दो, करगिल रोड खोल दो, आर पार जोड़ दो, करगिल रोड खोल दो। हम नहीं, हम इस्लामाबाद सरकार को इजाजत देंगे कि वो हमारा फैसला करे। गिलगित-बाल्टिस्तान का फैसला यहाँ के अवाम ने करना है, यहाँ बसने वाले लोगों ने करना है कि गिलगित-बाल्टिस्तान का मुस्तकबिल किस तरह करना है। साथियों, यहाँ पर ये जो हमारा खित्ता है, 71 के बाद, बंगाल अलग होने के बाद यहाँ FCR का खात्मा किया, क्योंकि 80,000 पाकिस्तान आर्मी के लोगों को बंगाली अवाम ने यरगमाल बनाया था। उन कैदियों को छुड़ाकर उनको अकोमोडेट करने के लिए भुट्टो और इजलाल ज़ैदी के जरिए हमारे इस खत्ते में उन्होंने फसादात कराए, शिया सुन्नी फसादात की बीज बोया गया। उसके बाद यहाँ पर FCR को खत्म करके सब्सिडी दी गई। सब्सिडी में 8-10 चीजें थी, तेल खत्म किया, चीनी खत्म किया और PIA का सफरी टिकट खत्म करके ला के सिर्फ गंदुम पे आपको महदूद किया, क्योंकि गंदुम का बराह रास्त ताल्लुक जन्नत और पेट से है। इंसान की पेट को जब आग लगती है तो वो किसी चीज को लिहाज नहीं करते। हमने जिन को वोट देकर हमारे अवाम ने असम्बली में भेजा, वो अवाम की नुमाइंदगी करने के बजाय वो इस्लामाबाद सरकार और ब्यूरोक्रेसी के गुमास्तगी अख्तियार की उन्होंने, वो उनके आलाकार बने। आपके ऊपर उन्होंने ये जो महंगाई का टैक्सेस का जो बम गिराया है, उसके खिलाफ पूरा साल से हम सरापा एहतिजाज है और आइंदा भी हम एहतिजाज करते रहेंगे। 71 सालों से बाप उधर है, बेटा इधर है, माँ उधर है, बेटी इधर है। बेशक करतारपुर खुल सकता है, मलीर खोखरा पार खुल सकता है, वाघा बॉर्डर खुल सकता है, चाइना के बॉर्डर खुल सकते हैं, तो ये करगिल की LOC में कौन सी कबाहत है, इसको खोला जाए। और हम ये डिमांड करते हैं कि शेख अली के आस्ताने तक कोई भी चेक पोस्ट ना हो, खाली किया जाए। शेख साहब के मुरीदीन को वहां जियारतगाह तक रसाई को आसान बनाया जाए। इस जलसे की वसातत से मैं अंजुमन ताजरान बल्तिस्तान को खरमंग की तरफ आने की दावत देता हूँ। हमारा अवाम ने फैसला किया, अभी गिलगित में हमारे मसाइल का हल नहीं है। इससे 3 दफा मेहदी शाह सरकार के दौर में भी गिलगित की तरफ मार्च हुआ, हफीज के दौर में भी हमने गिलगित की तरफ मार्च किया। मुस्तकिल हल उन्होंने नहीं किया, उन्होंने सिर्फ स्लो पॉइजन दिया, आपको ब्रोफीन देकर वक्ती तौर पर आपको रिलीफ दिया। मुस्तकिल हल उन्होंने नहीं किया।
So you've seen what's happening right now in Gilgit-Baltistan, and lot of slogans being raised against the Pakistan deep state. Major Gaurav Arya, Shravan, both with us. Good evening to you, Major Gaurav Arya. And before I come to you, let's quickly get in Shravan, who's been able to access these videos that we are seeing playing out on our screens. You know, Shravan, why don't you, for the benefit of our viewers, just put the story into perspective? This is the same Pakistan right now, Shravan, that's dealing with an energy crisis. Zero credibility. No one wants to do business with Pakistan. And clearly these are videos that will put Pakistan to shame.
Well, in fact, Deepthi, I would like to start by saying that perhaps we're the only Indian news network to have our feet on the ground to get you what's really happening in Gilgit-Baltistan and gives you a sense of Pakistan's oppression, something that Pakistan does not want the world to see. In fact, we've been in touch with our sources on the ground starting sometime end of December. That's when this was essentially brewing, because the shutterdown strike started from 28th of December, and we've been in touch with people there. And, you know, the sense that I get, Deepthi, when I'm speaking to them is that fear of the oppression of the Pakistani army, and they do not want this to come out. And that is the reason why what's really happening on the ground is they're witnessing over 18-hour-long blockage. There is no electricity. There is no provisions that have been given to them, and those who are raising their voices against them, there have been cases that have been registered. Now, what's the background behind this? Now, this is the oppressive Khalsa Sarkar law that was basically brought in by the Pakistani administration. The reason essentially being, as per this particular law, any uncultivated land or barren land essentially becomes a land of the government, a land of the authorities, which the Pakistani army has essentially been using it